Welcome back to our medical missionary ministry. Lately, we've been called to do this medical missionary work. Not that we are qualified to do it, but we go because we're called and because we go by faith. So in our episodes on country living, we mentioned that we are planning to build a treatment room and that we have plans already in process, building plans to get a permit for building this treatment room on our property. It's going to be about 300 square feet. It's basically one huge studio room with a large bathroom that is all wheelchair accessible, handicap accessible. And so why should we build this room on our property? Or why do we even want a treatment room? Well, as we did mention in our previous episodes, our experiences that we've been coming upon this past year with our sanitariums, people's experiences with other medical missionaries. We had the passion and the heart to really want to take care of people and do it in such a way that we can really point people to Christ, especially with the times that we're living in now. We've had various emails that mentioned these things. A sister in one of our emails had mentioned that her husband had had prostate cancer, and they had turned to some lifestyle centers, and this is what she wrote. My husband contacted both of the places you recommended for lifestyle changes. Weimar had closed its doors at the time because of COVID-19, and the other place, I don't recall their name, my husband said presented in a disingenuous manner, and he wanted nothing more to do with them. Ultimately, my husband chose the traditional Western medicine route to fight his prostate cancer. And as you know, our experience that we had with my parents, with that home sanitarium, we also had the experience I believe that Kim mentioned in an episode when someone she contacted, another medical missionary, would not reveal the complete plan of treatment or ingredients in some of their, I think it was tonics. And so these are some of the things that this wisdom all comes from God, and it should all be shared. And so we want to make sure that whatever we learn, we are giving this and sharing all this information, all this wisdom that God has blessed us with to help people, to give it to those who need it as well. Another example of someone who had a bad experience was that the person that we're treating now said that they had went to a lifestyle center. They had paid $5,000 twice. They went and they did all the treatments. After that was it. They hadn't heard from them after that, and the cancer was still there. And so twice this happened. And so their confidence in natural remedies was gone. They ended up going again to a hospital to receive radiation therapy or chemotherapy. And so these are some of the things that are really sad to hear from people who are going away from God's methods. And I'm not saying all medical missionaries are doing that, but just some of the ones we've heard. There are great medical missionaries, and we just want to say that there are some true medical missionaries out there that have been very inspiring to us and to many people that have been teaching and preaching and helping and treating all different kinds of people and doing it really at no cost. One of them that we wanted to mention was our late sister Christine. You've probably seen her in some of our medical missionary episodes here. She has such a wonderful woman who really just inspired our family and encouraged us to be medical missionaries, especially Kim. Kim was really the first one to take hold of the medical missionary work and really dove into it, especially after taking the free medical online classes that Sister Christine had. And unfortunately, we have lost our sister. She's been laid to rest. May she rest in peace until that resurrection morning when we could reunite and give her that last hug that we never got to give her.
After taking Sister Christine's class on Facebook, we had an opportunity to meet her in person, and she was just an awesome lady. And I remember the first time I met her when she came to Arizona to do a medical missionary training. I was just so inspired by her and learned so much in that weekend with her. She's that kind of person. I really miss her. She's the kind of person that would, stop everything to help you and she was always there whenever I needed anything, any questions I had. She was always readily available. Whenever I would call her or text her to ask her different questions or any concerns, sis, where can you find this? And, what about this? What do you think about this treatment for this person? And she always, I don't think there was a time that she ever like turned me down or never not helped me. She was always so helpful. She always so willing to share her knowledge and wisdom that she always said, was all from God. So, and I really enjoyed the common ground that we had, and we're both nurses, and there were times when she would call me too, and she would discuss certain things with me. I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. And, it was so nice. She was kind of like my mentor, and I learned so much from her. She always shared what she knew. She always, anything that she found out, any new things that she found out from, from our books, whether it be Spirit of Prophecy, the Bible, our health books. We would get a call, and she's like, sis, look at what I found, so, and even her documentations and her notes and her studies, she shared everything with us, and that meant so much. And there were times when I would ask her questions, and I would feel discouraged because I'm like, sis, how am I going to learn all of these things in such a short amount of time? And she always reminded me that, in Spirit Prophecy, it says that what has taken others years to learn, you can learn in just a few months. So she's like, that's a promise. So take a hold of that promise. So she's just an amazing lady, and I really truly miss her, and I look forward to that time that I get to see her again. One story that I want to share too is at our very first cancer patient. She was the one that I would call, and I would run things by her, and I'm like, what do you think of this one? Do you think we should do this? And she's like, yes, please, document everything that you guys are doing and send it to me, and she, even that time that we had lost our cancer patient, and I was so discouraged, and I told her, I'm like, Christine, I don't know how you do it. I don't think I can keep doing this work. Like, I'm so distraught. And she's like, sis, this is, you don't know, God has 1,000 reasons, why she passed away. But one of her text messages to me was, let me pull that up right now, just to show you that even at the time when she herself needed help, at the time when she herself was going through health issues, and she wasn't doing so well herself, but she was still willing to help. She was still willing to encourage you and to share, wisdom with you, and to share God's word with you. And it's just to pray for you. She prayed for me that day when I had let her know, and she called me right away, and I was crying, and she just kept praying for me. And I appreciate that so much, and I will never ever forget that. She texted me, she said, how are you feeling today, sis? Happy Sabbath. And I told her, that I was feeling better somewhat, and that I thank her for her prayers, and for helping me feel better. And I also sent her the text from Angie's mom, from our friend's mom, that I believe you guys saw that in the last episode. And she said, see, that right there is what I was telling you about yesterday. That's the important work. Whether she was healed or not is secondary to making her have a relationship with Jesus and being comfortable. You did the true medical missionary work, and that text just goes to confirm it. You guys were a testimony and a witness to the family, but you have no idea what's going on in their hearts and their minds. So, and then she tells me that the work you did will pay off even though the mom passed. So I told her that I appreciated her, and that that I love her, and I thanked her so much for helping me and trying to encourage me in my my most discouraging, the most discouraging time, and I guess in my my medical missionary journey. So I'll always miss her until the day I see her again. I know that she was not only a blessing to our family, but she was a blessing to so many people as well. So it's so nice to remember her, and to know that, you know, the work, the medical missionary work, and just the kind of person she was. She was a true gospel medical missionary, because she knew the Bible. She could give you Bible studies. She knew about health. She could, you know, she could do medical missionary work and the gospel message. And that to me showed just how she is, just her character, how she was always willing to help. That's a true gospel medical missionary.
Another reason why we want the treatment room is we've been doing many home visitations with our children, and we do have little ones. We would like to do a little bit less traveling, where we could have more of a consistent environment and a controlled environment, not only for our patients but also for our family, so we could have a little bit of a routine still. We've experienced where we've done home visitations, and because we're not there the whole time, we're just commuting back and forth. Patients tend to be more comfortable at home. There's more temptation to go away from the plan when they're alone. And also we've been getting a lot more people wanting to receive care. We do have a prostate cancer patient whose cancer has metastasized and has spread to the bone, and many others who are just really looking for treatment. Another patient had lung cancer. People that we've met in the community that have been coming to our health classes that want more one-on-one. One example of that is some friends that we've met through the health class that have been coming faithfully to the health classes and learning about health and learning about how God wants us to be healthy, learning the 8 health laws, and now they're open for us to go to their home and teach them more and show them some of the ways we use water therapies and herbs. Kim has also been giving them many kinds of herbs for their different ailments, and you'll see in this video.
My name's Gail.
My name's Larry.
And I really enjoy this health program. We've been coming for, I don't know, maybe, was it 6 months? About 6-7 months, and we've learned a lot. Learned a lot how our body works and how God is great in showing us how we're supposed to live, you know, with nutrition and exercise and getting enough water, getting rest, temperance, sunshine. I'm not getting it in order, so. And most important, trusting God. And I have problems with high cholesterol. And Kim told me to start using cayenne pepper. And I've been using it, and I went to the doctor 2 weeks ago, and my cholesterol was down 10 points. And she said, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it. So, you know, we just learned the food is excellent, delicious, like what we had today, with squash and sweet potatoes and lentils and just in water, you know, boil it, make a stew, and it's excellent, even without meat. And the fellowship too, you know, meeting different people and, you know, learning different things, and some people that we know that, you know, we've known for quite a while since we've been here, and it's just a great get together.
Today they've added about high blood pressure, which I have, and I'm looking forward to solving that problem. And I like coming here because everybody's friendly, and if you have a question, you ask them, and they'll give you the honest question that they have. They answer your question, and I'm not quite as talkative as my wife, so I don't know how else to express myself. The food is good. They, today we had soup and it was good. Well, not soup, it was a stew, and it was very good. So,
And we got to meet Ernie and Kim. They're fantastic. We really enjoyed them.
So a really great way to promote health, to get to know your community, are through these health classes. This is where we meet people from the community that eventually you start building that friendship and that trust. And now there's a few of them that we're in contact with consistently regarding some of their different ailments like breast cancer. And we've been getting, Kim has been giving them herbs. We've been offering any kind of help we can help them with, anything. It could be just cleaning, it could just be spending time with them, babysitting, whatever it is to help them in their situation. Many people, especially with everything going on in the world today, like deaths in their family because of this virus, we've been hearing more people passing away through this virus, this pandemic. And so that must be really tough on people. And then also you have the lockdowns, you have people not being able to visit for their holidays. A lot of churches are closed. These are all opportunities now where medical missionaries, true gospel medical missionaries, can now show them that you care. Take time to hear them and to be with them, and then be willing. The opportunities will surely be there. In Ministry of Healing it says, it is heart missionaries that are needed. He whose heart God touches is filled with a great longing for those who have never known His love. Their condition impresses him with a sense of personal woe. Taking his life in his hand, he goes forth, a heaven-sent, heaven-inspired messenger to do a work in which angels can cooperate. Now we encourage you to continue the medical missionary work. Be a friend and listen to those who are in need. It may be they are just lonely. Then bring cheer and hope to them. Maybe they need an ear to hear them, and doors will be open for you to become a friend, just as Jesus was a friend to many that opened doors to point them to truth. Being a medical missionary isn't someone that just says do this and take this and do that, and you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. It's being a friend and taking the time to fill their need. We hope that you've been encouraged to be a friend, a medical missionary, wherever you are.
Someone is trying.